Om Shri Sai Ram. Loving pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. It was 56 years ago or so that Bhagwan Baba came into our lives in Srinagar, Kashmir. My parents were Sevadal members and also members of the Samiti, and therefore I grew up in that environment. I'm also a grateful alumna of the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. I have often struggled to center my life around Bhagwan and serve his mission wherever I lived, was it in Kashmir or Delhi or Singapore, Anantapur, Toronto, Canada, or Puttaparthi. This gave me a good exposure to the culture of the Sai mission. None of this, however, made me unique in any way. If anything, it left me confused between the temptations of the world and the deep longing that sprung from within whenever I thought of that ochre robe. So I consciously made some tough life choices. I prioritized Bhagwan over personal ambition, thus missing out potentially on worldly success. All I have ever wanted in life is to lock my eyes with his, align my heartbeat with his cosmic rhythm, emboss his divine form on my heart chakra forever, and be locked into his vibe 24/7 in all states of consciousness. Such a simple ask, don't you think? Honestly, when I was a student, I was prepared to devolve my soul to become a fly on the wall of Bhagwan's interview room. And so I had these lofty, crazy end games in my mind, but I had no 6-step process to get there. All my haphazard attempts to draw Bhagwan's attention to myself culminated in my family's move to Puttaparthi in the year 2009. The opportunity to serve at what was then Radio Sai and subsequently at Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini has been the most gratifying and also the most grueling experiences of my life because they all come with their own set of challenges. So I believe it requires some serious spiritual muscle to maintain one's inner composure and also requires regular therapy sessions with my divine psychiatrist, Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, who is my guide and my God, and might I add, he's a very patient listener to all my whinings. For nearly 3 decades now, 30 years and counting, I have been full-time into Sai Seva in some part of the world or the other, to the exception of any gainful employment. If there's any advice I would give my younger self or other young ladies in the Sai mission, it would include the following. Remember the mantra STA. Surrender, trust, accept. Let's talk about surrender. The longing and the yearning for God is a gift from God. Cherish it. Simply surrender to it. Surrender your efforts, surrender your desire for praise and recognition, suspend all expectations, and have only one screensaver on your mind's eye. That of a pair of lotus feet. Keep going back to that image and offering everything there. Surrender is strength, as it releases us from the trappings of validation and expectations of outcomes. When we surrender, the Lord clearly acknowledges our struggles and our efforts, and He's very understanding and helpful. Next, after S comes T, trust. The world is fickle. Someone may be our friend today, for tomorrow. Who do we trust? But everyone needs one trustworthy friend who accepts us regardless of our strengths, weaknesses, and crazy. Trust the Lord as your bestest bestie. Even if you don't have a life plan but trust your divine friend 108%, He will override your stars and horoscope and rewrite your destiny. Just trust His plan. Trust His infinite power, His unconditional love for you, His ability to change your karma, because only God can change God's plans. Our beloved Bhagwan is Brahmanda Nayaka. So please trust even the tests He imposes upon us. They are a taste of His presence in that moment, and it may seem awful, but He's there as well. And remember, no one can ever harm us if we have earned the armor of Bhagwan's protection. So please, let's stop fretting, stop overthinking and worrying, and start trusting. Finally, I would remind my younger self about A. Acceptance. Acceptance brings deep peace and calm. Let's accept everything with gratitude as His prasadam or blessing. That which is appealing and even that which is not so appealing. Accept the fact that you have chosen the path less traveled and it is going to be fraught with challenges. It is a means to strengthen you internally and spiritually, and that is a given. But in our struggles, we can choose to trust our Sherpa to lead us. Let's accept the current situation as part of His plan for our own good. Sai Sherpa is super reliable life coach, I assure you. Final reminder, I'd like to ask myself 2 simple questions. Number 1, whose am I? I am the daughter of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I have the backing of the legacy that the Paripurna Avatar has put in place by living a life of giving, loving, caring, and more loving for 85 years that he spent physically on this earth. A frequent reminder for me is when I represent Vidya Vahini to external parties and I hear them praise Prasanthi Nilayam and the culture that it represents. Just becoming conscious of this pedigree, I feel empowered. I feel inspired to conduct myself like a good person, like a God person, like a goddess. My Devi Shakti just surfaces in the form of mental clarity and confidence in that moment. And then I proceed to ask myself the next question, number 2, who am I? And I fall back on Bhagwan's declaration, I am an embodiment of love, of the divine self. I am God, I am I. God has no gender, God has no fear, no bias, God perceives no differentiation. God is love, and I'm an individual vial of that universal love. When I remember that, I feel like $1,000,000,000, strong, sacred, at peace, and fearless. And this realization, I believe, is essential for any woman to not just survive in a world that is still mired in patriarchy and disparity, but to thrive in it. Our world is in dire need of kindness and caring, compassion, empathy, and healing. You young ladies have incarnated for just that, to bring the balm of Sai healing to an ailing and wailing earth. If I were you, I would not suppress my Devi Shakti. Instead, I would celebrate it by being an effective chosen instrument of the Kali Yuga Avatara, Parama Prema Murti, and you know the rest of that song. So congratulations to each one of you for being born as a girl child in the world of Sai. If your path seems tough, it is so by a divine design. Your experiences are deeply intense because you are a sensitive being and your goal in life, your purpose, is higher than the average. Ladies, please step out of your hesitation and social conditioning and claim your rightful place in the Avatar's mission. To serve in his sacred name is our birthright. Let's exercise it with confidence. It's time to shine as the resplendent daughters of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Thank you and Sai Ram.